Thank you, Noel. Thank you, Luis. I'm Michael Strong. I'm the founder of the Socratic Experience, and I am so delighted that you're all here. I think this is an exciting program. I do a great many podcasts and interviews and whatnot, write a lot of articles. And if you listen to me very long, you'll hear that I say that I love learning and I hate school. So I'm a little bit unusual as somebody who creates schools but hates school. And I'll just do a little bit of a riff on that and then what we are and how that's different. Personally, I went to good public schools. I was a straight A student. I was very good at what I describe as memorize and forget, upload it into my brain, get it out on the test, get my A, walk away. And I found that not to be useful. So instead of the normal school experience, what we've designed is a place where we're all about helping you become the best version of yourself. We all want you to discover and develop your unique genius. I really believe everyone is amazing in their own way. There are people that are brilliant at math. There are people that are brilliant at writing. There are people that are brilliant at humor or compassion or negotiation or entrepreneurship or video production, whatever it is. We want you to be your most amazing self. We want to support you in being your most amazing self. So you are the world's leading expert on how you learn. We want to help you learn how you learn. We want to help you learn how you improve yourself. But really, we want to be partners in helping you become amazing. We live in a day and age where CEOs have executive coaches who coach them on how to be better versions of themselves. You are, if you will, the CEO of your life. We want to coach you on becoming the most amazing person you can be. And part of that is lifelong happiness and well-being. You know, if going to college is part of what you want, if going to a selective college is part of what you want, if you want to go to art school, design school, film school, if you want to work for a startup, if you want to be an entrepreneur, whatever you want to do, we're here to help and support you. And you don't have to figure it out, especially if you're younger. No way you will have this figured out. But think of us as a container where we help you develop high-level skills. So I do think becoming very good at reading, being able to read difficult material and understand it is a superpower. Being able to write well, being able to organize your thoughts and write clearly, absolutely a superpower. Getting to whatever level of math is appropriate for your career. If you're going to be an engineer, you need to do a lot of math. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, some math, not as much. If you're going to be a graphic designer, maybe not as much math. So whatever it is, we want you to get high-level skills appropriate to what you're doing. So there's certainly an academic component of this, but we want you to use the skills to develop your unique genius. So for instance, to explain how this works, in our Socratic discussions, we'll be reading and discussing things. We don't tell you what to think. You read the text, come to an understanding, and discuss with your peers what you think it means. And they may convince you you're wrong, or you have to develop your understanding. Whatever it is, we're there as guides to help support you becoming better at reading and thinking about who you are and what you stand for. Similarly, when you write, we will provide writing assignments, but the goal is to help you become really good at communicating your ideas. We don't tell you what ideas to write. We want you to be the world's leading expert in communicating your own ideas. If you are good in spoken word and in written word, in communicating what you stand for, what you believe, what you care about, what your plans are, what your vision is, those again are superpowers. So we want you to learn to become capable in reading, writing, math, and speaking, while also exploring your interests. Before I go into exploring your interests, we'll get into electives a little bit there. I also want to emphasize the personal growth aspect of this. It's complicated being a human being. It's really hard being a human being, and a lot of human beings are unhappy. Our explicit goal as an educational organization is to help you develop the ability to have a lifelong happiness. We want you to have the inner resilience, the confidence, the sense of purpose, the sense of direction, the ability to make warm interpersonal relationships, to develop friendships, to be so capable of being a human, if you will, that you're less likely to be unhappy either now or as an adult. Everybody is unhappy at some points. Life is hard, the world is hard, it's complicated, but the stronger we can help you become, the more resilient you'll be in face of whatever challenges. And so when we're having the personal growth conversations, when you are in conversation with your mentor, or when you're in other parts of our program that help you become a better version of you, we want you to embrace those opportunities and think, yeah, how am I going to be happy and capable at 20, 25, 30, and so forth? So I describe that in part as the Socratic construction of personal identity, or the conscious construction of personal identity. Socrates was a Greek philosopher who said, know thyself. You each need to know even better, what do you care about? I teach a purpose course after school where we discuss, what do you love? What are you good at? What will the world pay for? And what does the world need? And we have lots of conversations on this. A lot of this is, in order to have a happy, successful, confident life and great relationships, you need to become a confident master of your own direction. We want you to be intentional. A lot of people are kind of bumped along by all the things. Actually, last year, I had a wonderful conversation with the elementary kids here about how do you know if somebody's manipulating you? As all of you should understand at this point, online, everybody's trying to manipulate all the time. The advertisers, the clickbait headlines, all the agendas, there's all these forces trying to manipulate you. The algorithms are trying to make money off of us. How do we as human beings push back against all of that intense stuff coming at us? Well, part of it is become more reflective, stronger, calmer, more confident, and thinking about where we're going. Because if you know where you want to go, and it doesn't mean you need to know which university or which career, but if you know, I care about friendship, or I care about truth, or I care about empathy, whatever you care about, knowing that this is your core, that this is what you really care about, will help you resist all of the garbage that's inevitably coming at you. And as a consequence, you will be happier. Finally, I do want to go to the choice part, electives. We've got a lot of cool electives this year. In some cases, we have returning elective guides. So those of you who know Kenton Casey, Kenton is doing an art class again. Those of you who know Eric Lassard, Eric is doing a video production class. He actually has developed a career working in professional video, so he only has time for one course this year, but he will be back with that course. Aquinas Hurd will be doing a course on how to start a business again. Jeff Levy will be doing a course on finance again. Michelle Hoffman will be doing her fabulous relationship course again. So you've got a lot of great electives from last year that are coming back this year. We also have an interesting music course. T. Priel, who taught AI, is now teaching game design and game content design for gamers out there, as well as a music course as well. We've got Aquinas Hurd also teaching Mysteries and Conundrums, I think a really fun dialogue game. Francisco Contreras is teaching a philosophy dialogue game. So we've got kind of a game-like version of some things going on Wednesdays. We've got a really great elective called Thinking in Bets that Josh will co-teach with David Siegel. I'm very big on the best way to discover what's true in controversial situations is to bet on it. Do you think that this is more likely or that is more likely? So there's a whole way of thinking called Thinking in Bets. That's a cool elective. We also have a very famous ecologist who's going to teach about extinctions and how extinctions happen, and consequently how we can stop extinctions from happening. So people who are interested in ecology should check out Jim Steele's elective on Wednesdays. Aaron McCord, our very own Aaron McCord math teacher, is doing an elective on fiber arts. So if you want to knit or crochet, you want to learn more about knitting or crocheting, sometimes it's nice to get out of our heads and do things with our hands. So that's going to be an exciting course. I'm thinking I'm missing one or two, but in general, the idea with the electives is for you to explore. We also have after-school electives, other than separate from the Wednesday electives. Morena Cienz is teaching a Spanish elective 5 days a week. I'm teaching the Purpose elective after school 5 days a week. And we have the Python Harvard CS50 5 days a week after school. So the idea is for while you're developing yourself in our Socratic humanities, while you're learning how to problem solve in our daily STEM classes, while you're learning how to become confident about who you are, you're simultaneously given the opportunity to explore all of these cool things. And ultimately, in the high school in particular, we expect you to do entrepreneurial, creative, or intellectual projects of your own. We have showcases twice a year, once in December, once in January or in May, where you can show the work you've done. We've had teenagers do truly amazing projects, including starting serious companies, making serious money, including writing novels. We've had amazing graphic artists. Whatever your thing is, we want you to develop it and share it with our community. Ideally, I would love to see all of you getting to the point of adult level professional work in that which you love and care about the most by the time you graduate. And so if you're already doing stuff and you want support, we can help you like a racehorse. We can get you more expert mentors. If you are, on the other hand, just trying to figure out who you are, want to do, no problem at all. Go through various electives, try out things. Your mentors can help you think about different things. So we want you to use this as a sandbox for exploring ideas, for exploring projects, for exploring how to have better relationships. We want you to use our community as an opportunity to really start to live an amazing life. And so anything that we can do to support you, our goal is to support you. And you should feel free to reach out to all of us. You should also feel free to work together as a community to create a better experience for yourself and for each other. One of the things that I'm most impressed by when I visit classes is when I see classes where the students are actively working to improve the quality of the class. And I would say, talk about genius. There have been some really genius moments when students are helping to create better classes together. And some of those students actually then may go on and work with us. Josh Shuckman is actually one of my students from long ago and far away. T. Priel graduated. T is working with us. And we're in conversations with several other of you to work with us in some capacity. So if you love this kind of community, you may also play a role in this. One other cool elective I forgot to mention, there is a young woman called Zelda Poem who is teaching a course on how to become an adult. And she is somebody who hated school herself, left school as a teen, wrote a book, and now is in the entrepreneurial world and helping other young people figure out how to become an adult more effectively. So we are a community of people creating a better world. We're creating a better world by means of making ourselves as confident, capable, and focused as possible. We're creating a better world by modeling a more positive community. And we're creating a better world by helping you think about how to solve various problems. Finally, I've written 2 books. One is called The Habit of Thought on Socratic Seminars. And the other is Be the Solution, How Entrepreneurs and Conscious Capitalists Can Solve All the World's Problems. I am mostly going to be focused on big picture things and less in the classroom. But if any of you want to reach out to me because of the things I've done or things I'm connected with, please feel free to do so. My wife, Magat Wade, is an African entrepreneur. She is working on creating prosperity in Africa by means of companies and products, startup cities. So I'm well connected on that front. And in general, we're here again to help you have a fabulous life. So with that, I will turn it back to Noelle for the next part, and let's have an absolutely amazing year together. Okay? Thank you, everyone.